Well, it's official. The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance has been canceled at Netflix. I waited to report on this until there was really some concrete evidence, and sure enough, Lisa Henson, CEO of the Jim Henson Company, has confirmed that the show is over at Netflix. And this is really disappointing because it's happening right after it won a Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Children's Programming. I believe that was the Emmy they won. It was well deserved 100%. I thought this would be an award-winning show as soon as I saw the first episode, and sure enough, it definitely was. But to have it canceled right after that is just kind of crazy to me. I kind of felt like this show deserved a second season, and by kind of felt, I mean really felt this show deserved a second season. It's not every day that Netflix gets something that's this high quality and this consistently good throughout its entire run of its first season. First seasons can have some problems for sure. Even in my favorite show of all time, BoJack Horseman, the first season of that show is really not too great. It's okay, but it's nothing compared to the ones they did down the line. But the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, its first season, its only season, was incredible. It blew me out of the water. It was insanity how good that was. It almost had no right being that good just coming out like that. But that just shows the Jim Henson Company and everyone that worked on this. They put in so much time, love, and effort, and it turned out amazingly. So the fact that we got this show, number one, it's kind of a miracle because the production on it was a little bit crazy. But number two, it's tremendous. So I'm very happy we got this one season, even if it's the only season we're going to get of the show. Now, I've heard people talking about how this is an outrage, and it doesn't make any sense because the first season of the show built all the sets and all the puppets, so the second season probably would have had a much lower cost. And while that's kind of right, keep in mind, a much lower cost in the terms of a show like the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance is still an incredibly high cost, especially for a show that's somewhat niche. Has an audience, for sure. There's a big audience for this show, but it's not quite as big as something like Stranger Things on Netflix that they're kind of just able to put out. It's universally liked by an enormous amount of people. I couldn't think of the word enormous. I had to stutter there to bring that up. But it's not one of those shows. It's still an incredibly high quality show, and I really enjoy watching it, but it doesn't have that pull to it. So for Netflix to put a lesser amount of money into the second season, but it's still a large amount of money, just doesn't really make financial sense. If this show had blown up and had made the front page of Reddit, people were tweeting about it, there was a lot of buzz around it, then it would have been set for a second season, no problem. But that didn't happen. This show was very niche. It was for fans of the series, fans of puppetry, and maybe just some people that were curious about it. It didn't have that universal appeal, which is a shame, because I feel like everyone should check out this show because it's so goddamn good. But that's one of the main factors to it, and the fact that the second season probably would have cost less money, it wouldn't have been that much less. Keep in mind, it's a TV show. They're going to be going to new locations, there's going to be new characters, there's going to be new plot elements, all things that are going to require more VFX, more puppetry, more set building, more puppets being built. All of this stuff that went into the first season definitely would have gone into the second season. If you think they're stopping after one fantastic season of television, you'd be dead wrong. The Jim Henson Company knows what they're doing, and the best proof of that is this first season. They would have gone all out for the second one as well, and I have no doubt in my mind that it would have been just as good, if not better, than the first season. They put so much love and care into their projects, it's ridiculous. But the fact that we're not getting it, yeah, it's disappointing, for sure. There are a lot of people that are upset at Netflix for this decision, but it's business. Business is business at times. Financially, I get why this second season wouldn't make sense. I honestly thought that this show would get 2 seasons, and that'd be it. I don't think it would go past that point, but Netflix cut it a little bit early, in my opinion. It definitely deserved a second season. After that first one, after winning a Primetime Emmy, this show definitely deserved a continuation, but it did not get it. But the story was somewhat wrapped up, I would say, in that first season, so I'm okay with it. Even though this is bad and I would love to see more, I'm really happy that we got this first season of the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, and I'm very excited to see what the Jim Henson Company does next, because this just proves they know exactly what they're doing when it comes to puppetry. Anytime there's a chance where people are like, oh yeah, the Jim Henson Company, they're not really doing anything too crazy or too out there, then they hit you with something like this. They are continuously innovating this art form, this style of storytelling. Adding in the VFX, everything in this show looks incredible, and it's only going to get better from there. And I'm really excited to see how that turns out. So don't take this as an opportunity to like be angry at Netflix. Take this as an opportunity to be happy for the Jim Henson Company and look forward to what they do next. Support the company that made this show 100%. There's no reason not to if you like this first season. That's the main lesson here. All right, it's not always about the distributors. Netflix can put out good stuff. They can produce good stuff for sure. But canceling this show, if you want to shove it in Netflix's face and you want to be like, oh, look what you missed out on. Watch more Jim Henson content. Watch stuff that's not on Netflix and just support this company. Support this series in any way that you can. Show them that this is high quality stuff. And there's no doubt in my mind that the Jim Henson Company will be back doing something new, whether it's the Dark Crystal related or not. They're going to be doing something incredible. And I know we're all very disappointed about this, but it happens. Some really awesome things only get to happen once, but we can at least be happy that they happened. That's all I really have to say on the matter. If you have any thoughts on this, post them down in the comments below. I read every single comment on this channel, so don't be shy. Yours will not be overlooked. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.